we are again, episode 2 of the DMS podcast. We're here with famous local Joliet flutist, Gwynne Cain. So we'd like to welcome her to the DMS podcast. Hello, Gwen. How you doing today?
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Thank you for having me.
Hi. Well, we're glad to have you here.
Thank you for having me. It's a really nice, warm day, and I just love it being up here with you all.
Well, we love having you here.
Gwen, how did you find us here at the DMS?
I think my son had done some technical work a couple of years ago, and he did it in Bolingbrook. So actually first I was in Bolingbrook, and I saw what they had to offer as far as helping me put a video together. And their facility was very nice. And then I said, well, I'm gonna try Joliet. And so I did come here, and I felt very comfortable here. I felt very comfortable. You all were very nice and receiving. The difference between here and Bolingbrook was that Bolingbrook was doing it yourself. So it was a little hard because I was trying to figure things out, and they basically were just letting you do it. So but here it was more attentive direction, and with more assistance, I think it was the difference between there. So that's how I found out that you all were open, and I've been here since.
So what different services have you used here at the DMS?
I have used the video with Kyle, and the video went very well. It was very smooth and creative because I basically was directing, and you kind of knew exactly how to basically from that direction be creative. And I saw that you helped me very much in doing that. And the audio, you've helped me with the audio as far as these last couple of weeks. I really had fun doing that. And also Josh helped me with the videos and combining the same kind of direction. And also Alicia basically was helping me with photography. Alicia basically took me in different areas downtown Joliet, and she knew what she was talking about in regards to the shadowing and the different areas that you can get the most out of a picture as far as the shades, and at certain times during the day. This was done outside, so we spent a lot of time outside and took a lot of pictures, and then we edited them, and she helped me very much in editing, and it took a lot of time, and I appreciate that. And Nikki also helped me as far as the videos. She was very efficient with that. So overall, I had a very good experience and helping me with the production of what I was trying to project as far as my media. And I felt very well received as far as you all basically knowing what you were doing and helping me creatively give the best presentation on the media as I could. And I'm still here because I have a lot more to do.
Great.
That's good. It's glad to hear that you have a lot more to do. We'll touch on that a little later. Out of all the things that, we've helped you produce, what do you think your favorite, like either a video or a picture? Like, I really like the Jerusalem. You played flute really well on that one. So what would be your favorite, like out of all the videos and stuff you've done?
I think probably the going out with Kyle and doing the videos, it was very, very creative. I'm gonna say I had fun doing all of them.
Awesome.
I can't say
it's not a bad thing.
Yeah. The Jerusalem was an up-tempo one, and I liked that one. That was fun. South African song, I Look to You. I liked how it was water was incorporating the Des Plaines River in the video, and that really I think that would help help the video in a dramatic way with the contrast of the stone-like atmosphere and going back and forth with that.
Since you like that like stone and water look, are you gonna try to film your next one with like the fountain in some of the shots? Because we have the fountain turned on now. That's in front of a lot of stonework. There's the really pretty like shop storefront right behind it. So some shots of that with some shots on like the bridge might be pretty good.
Yeah, we did have the bridge in the other one with the water. As far as the fountain, yeah, we were going to incorporate that. And we did do some of that with the photography with Odysseia. And I don't think it was on, or was it on?
I think we focused more on you being the model than actually the fountain. But we absolutely can go back and do some more work. It just really, again, does depend on our light time of day and the if we have a very bright day or an overcast day, that's really going to depend on how those shots come out, both for video and for photography. So I actually wanted to ask you if you could tell us a little bit about your background, because we're highlighting you. Tell us a little bit about you. We here at the DMS know a little bit about your background, but there's a lot that you have that you bring.
Okay. Basically, I grew up in Joliet. I was born in Chicago. I came here when I was maybe about 5. My parents came. I come from a large family of 10. I'm like second to the oldest. And I started playing my flute when I was 8. My parents had all of us play an instrument. And I basically stayed with it the longest. I adapted to it. I basically was the type of person just like to stay with something and perfect it. I was one of those perfecting ones. I was in orchestra, grade school orchestra, grade school all city orchestra, and through high school I was in orchestra and band. I got into band for a year and I didn't like it, so I switched over to orchestra again. I was a cheerleader, president of the student council. I was kind of active. That's why I'm like
popular.
I've always been active. And so I went to DePaul and finished my classes there. My background came out as 2 degrees, a BA in music and a BS in liberal arts. And I have a background in, or say minor in music therapy. So I have an interest in using the music as a therapy, using it as something that's going to change your behavior. So from there, I'm telling you it's a lot. I'm trying to switch for it. I got into modeling and an agent, I put my picture away because I was trying to make extra money. I met someone who was a PR person for a record company, and he basically introduced me to that element of record company, Shy Sound Records. They hired me as a model so I did like 2 album covers for them. I also played the music, background music, so I was a studio musician for them. So I had good experiences there, and I said, well, I feel like I want to do something more. So I went to New York. New York is like a second home because my mother's from New York, and so you go there for vacation. So after I got there, it was like a candy store. I just really had everything there. So make a long story short, I went to school there in fashion design, and through that finding jobs, I found jobs, and that kind of supported me as far as doing other things. And I did showcasing on my flute to different places. So I loved it there every minute. From there, I said that I wanted to see what the Apollo was. I was at 145th Street in Camden, so I was a walking distance from the Apollo. And so went down there with a friend to just see what was going on as far as what kind of music they liked, see what they booed at, because I was going to definitely challenge that. And so I said, okay, I think I can do this. And I know that when I was there, I was doing a case study, so they didn't boo at anything that was cultural. That means anything that was blues, jazz, or basically anything that was, if you wanted to do pop, you needed to sound like it was perfect. If it wasn't, they'll definitely take you down. It was very, it wasn't that many instrumentalists there, so definitely I was challenging myself. So I did win I went to 8 contests, and so they were asking me to come back because I was top 5 and amongst them. And my main pursuit was the music. I did do some things with the casting. I did a lot with Spike Lee at that time, and I was tired of showcasing myself because I had to do everything. I had to pay the musicians, find places, And so I auditioned, and they liked me, and I did 7. It was 6 months of doing Dreamgirls, the lead.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I was really surprised because I said, oh my God, I just did it because that just really says that you don't know what you're about or how much you're about, but if you're in the right place that you're supposed to be, it'll bring those things out of you that you never knew. The only thing I was concerned about that was that I was having to memorize words. I was used to memorizing notes more. So it was a little hard for me to memorize words. As far as the dancing in it, I could do that because that was kind of natural. So that was the only concern. That, again, I would say that was a lesson to be learned to me because I didn't know what could be drawn from me. I never thought that I would be memorizing lines. That's basically what happened in New York after I came from Joliet, helping with my parents and everything. We have a family business that is the Joliet Times Weekly. I also, while I came back, I was in the Joliet Symphony Orchestra they had here. Wow. I did that for a year. I really am more of a symphonic person, but also I'm glad that I had the experience of doing the jazz and the blues and gospel. So I started spreading out more of gospel, which was at my church. That's basically what I've been doing in Joliet. So I didn't know if that takes so long.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's more, but I kind of took a shortcut. And so I came back here, and last few years I decided I was going to do something with the YouTube. And I decided I was going to do a sharing thing with nutrition, health, and wellness. And I really feel the need that everyone should do this as a concentration, as our wholeness and our wellness is our life. And so that's what my channel is basically sharing about that, giving people information about that, doing testimonies, and also sharing my music. And the music, I feel like it's in the direction of healing, because I'm a music therapist. The music should be a healing effect. And Kyle and I have been doing something that has something to do with words as far as healing and mental. And then we're talking about also, I would like to help globally push up vibes, which is going to be mentally nutritional for us. So the music that I am going to perform is going to have some meaning to it, and with the words, and have meaning to it with the sounds, because that's another thing as far as music and sounds uplifting. So that's what I think my purpose is.
Okay, so knowing a little bit more about you now, and then also knowing a little bit about how you do the substitute teaching and how you're very interested in like wellness being and education and music. Have you ever thought about maybe doing some stuff on YouTube, maybe towards kids or teenagers where you make music for them?
Oh yeah, I am presently working on my application for OutSchool. It's called OutSchool, OUTSCHOOL, and basically it's online, and it's a platform for kids preschool through high school to have certain type of activities that they can learn from, that they are participating in, and this is online and it's globally. The music for the kids is very much an interest that I had a few years ago, that I was going to participate or create something for the kids because of the programming that's on for kids that I was seeing in grade school was very interesting, and I felt like they needed some cultural things.
So basically the point of like all of your channels and like what we help you do here, you're just trying to help people. Like that's your goal overall in different avenues, but that's really like your mission.
Oh yeah, I feel I have to be used, a vehicle, as far as doing something positive in music.
So I wanted to ask you, Gwen, kind of your influences growing up in terms of music. Like if we were to go through the Gwynne Cain record collection, what would be your, what would be like your artists that, we would be able to pull out that you would be greatly influenced by or interested in?
Okay. All right. First thing comes in my head. I basically was classically oriented. So I was drawn towards Brahms, Beethoven, and Mozart, classical. And my father was always with jazz and blues. My mother's from New York, so she's like Broadway. and so like my father's blues and jazz.
It's a pretty good mixture.
So from that, I did have the classical. Basically, flute-wise, was influenced by singers like even the 30s and 40s, the instrumentalists the singers were trying to adapt with the scat. They were basically adapting to the instrumentalists, okay? And so like with me, I was trying to adapt to the singers. And so the singers were Aretha Franklin, the way she phrased things, Shaka Khan, the way she phrased things, so it was real hardcore gospel, like R&B, and then the middle of the road, because I was more middle of the road too, so that was more like Michael Jackson, his simple melodies. So many, but primarily I would practice their phraseology, and so like when I'm playing my flute, it's more like lyrically playing what a singer would do. It's not really adapting to an instrument. Except for Hubert Laws. Hubert Laws is a classical flute player family that symphonically I did adapt to what he was doing in some of his albums I would listen to.
I mean, that makes sense too, because like I've helped you record some covers of like Whitney Houston songs, so I would think she's probably one of your inspirations as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Whitney.
Gwen, you've been coming to the DMS for a long time. As we expand and, after construction, is there anything that, you would want to see in terms of the services or like new equipment that, you would want us to get, or new ideas that, something that we could obtain that would make your vision of what you want to do in terms of your art easier?
I think you all have covered pretty much. As far as, I don't want to do comparison, but as far as comparison with Bolingbrook, you have more on your agenda, unless they've added more since I was there. And so like with the t-shirts and all in that category, there's a whole different category.
Because I'm thinking the only thing we need is like a stage so Gwen can perform in front of an audience.
A stage down here.
I mean, that would bring us one step closer to the Apollo.
Have a music night once a month. That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, have an open mic.
Yeah.
Have some comedians.
There we go. There we go.
You've covered everything. Everything has been covered. I can't think of anything that you all haven't, that you've missed. The only thing that would be more enhancing is that you all be teaching. Just like that's how it goes on the internet now. Okay, you get all this going on. Okay, then you start teaching it. That would be.
We actually do. We do teach it. We teach one-on-one. We have online classes that we've been doing. Now that COVID's dying down a little bit, we're going to start doing more one-on-one in-person classes and group classes. But we do teach. That's one of the main things we offer here.
Okay, so then you all really have covered everything. I can't think of anything that, as far as, because I've written a book, and so I don't know if you all have hit that avenue. You all have everything. You've covered everything.
Yeah, because we do have some people who have published books too. So we help with like designing the cover, helping with the layout. We help you get it published if you want to get it through Amazon. So we do a fair bit of that too.
Okay, so you all have really been gifted to cover all of the corners.
So remember, your next book, you're coming to us to help you. I mean,
We can help you publish it on Amazon.
That's right. We've helped you with social media. We've helped you with video, audio, photography.
Okay,
you know,
I do.
And the next one will be the book.
But also, I started a kids book, and so the kids book is about. I don't know why I did, because I have a lot of international friends, and so like it was this little Nigerian boy that basically found this flute, and the flute began talking to him and taking him to these different journeys when he would go to sleep. And so like that was for the kids. And so like I did do one manuscript, and so like someone was helping me to edit it. So I haven't finished that one yet, because next thing was editing and getting the kids, the illustrator.
Right. And just so you know, I'm sure you've seen some of the other patrons who are here who are illustrators, who are they do children's books, they do a variety of things. So you've come to the great location to be able to collaborate with other patrons. I know you've met a couple of our other patrons who are here doing projects as well, and that's something that you can just network with others. So I don't see it as being a problem you finding an illustrator to help you with that part of it. But as far as formatting and getting it published, that's something we definitely can help you. It's just, as they say, when you ask, you receive. And so now that you've spoken that, I'm sure that illustrator will be manifested for you.
I will definitely use you all as a resource. I have in mind the type of character look that I want, and I have a niece that draws well, and so she was younger then, so she's older, and so I was. But yes, you all are definitely a resource in all things. So you, like I said, you've covered everything, I think.
Yeah.
If we can't do it, you got to pay big bucks to get somebody else to do it. But we try to do it for free.
Yeah, and you are doing it for free. Try that.
Yes.
So
There's no try.
And I thank you so much, because you have helped me. I was just trying to think. I was going to put ads in the schools to get help, like at St. Francis and Lewis. I was thinking of putting, and I had done that. I've spoken to employment to see who I can help as far as helping me just with the media stuff. So, and I don't know why I didn't get anybody, but
because it was meant for you to come to us.
But I am so thankful that you all have enhanced everything that everyone needs as far as media services, because basically that's what it is. That's the future. And so like for us to either do it or hire someone else to do it, Basically, it is definitely a blessing that we could do free.
So how can the listeners get a hold of you, Gwynne?
I'm going to say my music email is anointedflute, ANNOINTED, flute, FLUTE, @gmail.com.
Yeah, and your YouTube, you've got 2 channels.
The music, and there's one that is going to drive you to just nutrition. So that'll help to keep the connections going there.
All right.
I guess just the last thing, what are your kind of projects in the near future that you're looking forward to doing in the DMS that you have?
More videos. I need to put more videos out on videos that I'm really getting more into I'm not spoken word, I guess that's what it is, and putting that to music that is going to be connected to the wellness part of it, which is the health, nutrition, health, and wellness. Part of the wellness is a spoken word that's going to help to uplift you with positive thinking words. I think that's needed. I spoke to friends in regards to relationships, the longevity of why is there longevity in certain relationships, marriages.
Yeah. We would love to help out with that project, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's incredible. So, I mean, she teaches music, performs music, health and fitness, relationship advice, musical therapy, physical therapy, exercise, stuff like that. So, yeah, jack of all trades here. Gwynne Cain, thanks for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was great having you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Gwen.